A few weeks ago, I went to the Milwaukee Pipeline Event and we got to show you all the new tools. We did a live stream. I'll leave that at the end of this video. But anyway, I told you that I was going to bring you some of those new tools on the channel. And well, we have one here today. But before I show you this awesomeness tool, I want to say thank you for stopping by the channel. My name is Clint. Welcome to the Tool Review Zone channel. What do we have here for you? Well, you see, my friends, doesn't matter if you're in carpentry, woodworking, auto body, or just a DIY weekend warrior. I think you're going to think this real nice. Now, this is not for everybody. I'm just throwing this out here. A lot of you that are watching this video, you're going to say to yourself, I don't want it. But a lot of you might say, I want it. And if you are one of those people that want it, I will attach this in the shopping bag attached to this video for you to check out. So what do we have here today? Look at it. This, my friends, is the all-new 3-inch M12 orbital detail sander. And in this box, it comes with a couple cool accessories that I've never seen before. So stick around, I'll show you what these do. Now, this is not the first smaller sander they came out with. They come out with other smaller sanders that I use, like detail sanders, to help you get into small, tighter areas. And they work really, really well. So this is the newest addition. Again, we've seen this at the Pipeline Event. And the reason why I say this isn't for everybody is because this is for smaller jobs. So if you're somebody that just has larger jobs that never have smaller jobs, and well, you won't need anything like this. But if you do have the smaller jobs, let me show you how this works and how this is set up. So we have a piece of stained cedar woodage right here, and in the box, what you're going to get with this new 3-inch sander, you're going to get the dust collection, which, let me show you something. Milwaukee does a really good job with their dust collection. You just push this button right here, and then this will come off, and they have that little lip up on top. You can just push this again. There's none of that like screwing in and just hoping it sticks. They do a really good job with these. Now, we're just going to use the bag today, but if you don't want to use the bag, say you have a more sophisticated setup, you have maybe a vacuum, well, you can put your vacuum attachment on there, and well, this comes with this as well. Also in the box, they're going to give you this softer backing pad. So of course, this hook and loop is from my testing that I have done. And then you can put this on like such. So if you're doing like body detailing on a car or whatever, and you don't want to like, push down into that Bondo, you want to keep those straight, smooth lines. Well, this will give you a little bit more play. So that does come in the box as well. The other thing they give you in the box, which I'm very happy about, is an assortment of different types of sandpaper, so different grits. Oh, and they also give you a fresh backing pad, so if anything ever happens to that one, you can put that one on there. But you're gonna get like 80 grit, 120, I think it's 180, but you're gonna get like 10 altogether, so I thought that was real nice like. Now today we're gonna be using some 80 grit, and you can see there's holes right here. So what's nice about this is sort of like that sand net type of deal, and you just put that on there and all the dust is gonna get sucked up on the inside, especially if you have the vacuum attachment on. So let's do some sanding real quick, and then I'll show you how this works in the digital and all that stuff. So as mentioned, we got some cedar woodage right here, and this is from a job that, well, I don't need this extra piece here, but we got the stainage on here. And what's cool about this is you got the trigger that you're gonna pull, you got the light, the LED light up on the front right there, and then you got 4 different modes. So yeah, 4 altogether. Let me show you. It's digital. So you're gonna push this button, and you can see that this is rotating. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll talk about the specs here in a bit. And then you got a little button right here that I'll show you what this does. But you're going to pull the trigger, and we'll start it out on maybe 1. And then we'll move it up to 2, 3, and then 4. Now it is a variable speed as well. Very quiet. So this is something, you just like baby touches. And you don't want to be all crazy with it. You just want to get something real. You don't want to take too much off. Let's move it up to 2, which you can do while you're pulling that trigger in. And let's move it up to 3. Oh, that's baritone. Oh, damn, that was beautiful. It's the voice of an angel. Now, I want to show you this button right here. You see that button right there? Well, if I push this in, well, I don't have to worry about the trigger finger anymore. So I pull that trigger, and I push that in, and now look at it. It stays on all by itself. If I pull the trigger, well, it'll shut off again. Did I mention there was 3 LED lights right here? Now you don't have to have the LED lightage on all the time. If I push that, that'll turn it on, but if I turn it off with that button and I pull the trigger, you can see it's not coming on. However, if I put that back on, It'll be timed, it'll shut off, pull the trigger, turns back on. A lot of people say, oh, I don't need the LED light because it's wearing out my battery, but it's an LED light. It's barely taking up any battery. It just doesn't make sense. And speaking of how much life you have left on that sweet battery, you pull the trigger and you can see those lights light up right there. Now we're using the 4.0 M12 on here, but of course you can use any M12 on this that you want. You can even use a little baby 2.0 if you wanted to. But what about the specs of this sander right here? Now before I give you the specs, don't forget we got this cool little attachment I'm going to show you here in a second that, well, you know. So they're stating over 80% dust collection. Now I can assure you that as I was doing just this, you can see that the dust just came out. So it does a pretty good job from what I'm seeing, dust collection wise. And of course, if you have a vacuum hooked up to this, well, it's going to do much better because you're sucking it in through the top and get the holes. It is brushless, does have a 5-year warranty. It says here you get 9 sanded discs. I said 10. Apparently I cannot count. So the oscillations per minute on low, you're getting 0 to 4,000 because you have that variable speed trigger. On 2, it's 0 to 6,000. 3 is 0 to 8,000. 4, 0 to 10,000. It's a lot of OPM. 2 pounds, tool only. That is crazy. I'm telling you, like I was like, oh, this thing is light. It's only 2 pounds with the tool only. So now the price of the tool is $179. You get the 5-year warranty, and that's tool only. Now I will tell you, a lot of people are like, oh, they're competing with Festool with this sander. I would agree, performance and price-wise, they are definitely competing with Festool with this sander. However, they did add this. Now I've seen this at the show, and again, I will leave that video at the end of this video if you want to check out the full walkthrough with all of the new tools announced. This is, well, let me show you. So say I want to use my sander and I got a woodworking shop, a detail shop. Well, I can hang this. Well, let me show you. All right, so check this out. Say I have this sander and I just don't want to clutter everything up. You always got to set stuff down in your toolbox or on your shelf or whatever, but you want to make sure that this is easy, readily available. Well, you can hang this on your stud right here like so. I should do this with the other hand. I come around like this. So you can hang this like such, and you can take it and you can do this with it. And it literally will hang on whatever you're doing because of this clip. However, that is not the only thing you can do with this. You can walk around the job site, the work site, the construction site looking all cool and such. You need to look and see what I'm doing right here. You see that you can use this as a pocket clip, and you come over here and you put that in your pocket and such, like that, right? It's hanging. And now look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this, I'm just gonna walk around like that. You shouldn't do it with shorts because pulling my shorts down, but if you have pants on, now you can literally be walking around. You'd be like a cop, right? You'd be like, how you doing? What's up? Everything all right? Oh, you need something sanded? You need something sanded? You see, I don't think you're picking up what I'm putting down when I'm talking about how cool you look with this. Let me show you. I'm gonna walk in, watch. Look, I'm walking in right now. So say you were a finished carpenter and you know the electrician seeing you walking in like that, they'd be like, oh, damn, dude, it's freaking awesome. Because you would be. So again, this thing is very responsive on the trigger. Does a really good job. Feels great. Vibration, barely any there. I mean, of course you're going to feel something because it's orbital and such, but. So again, this is great for the smaller jobs, the moldings, the base moldings, the crown moldings, whatever you're trying to sand. I do love the rubber overmold here. It feels really good in the hands. It looks great, feels great, and it's powerful. I mean, let me see one more thing. Let me see if this will stall out if I push down pretty hard on it. Like I'm pushing down really, really hard. And look, that's how hard I'm pushing down on it. Well, that is real nice. Like, listen, when Milwaukee IA came out with the M12, it was a great idea. They had smaller tools that can get the job done, but they just weren't as powerful, and they lacked a lot of power. Today, it seems like they really figured this system out and offering more power on a lot of these different tools. This is impressive. I mean, I'm pushing down, watch. I mean, so hard that it was literally pushing that board. It works really good. Good on them. I'm happy that they offered the Digital. A lot of people say, oh, I don't want the Digital because the Digital breaks. I've never had any issues with my Digital breaking. And if it does, you got the 5-year warranty. I also really like this clip because it makes me look so cool. They did a good job. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Is this something that you could use? Is this something that you couldn't use? Again, it's not for everybody. This is for smaller jobs. If you're somebody that's sanding down cars for a living all day long, you know, but if you're somebody that needs to get in those tighter areas, I think you're definitely gonna like it. Again, I'll leave a link for this in the shopping bag that you can check out. It's real nice like, and if you can smash that like button, It'll also be real nice like. Back more videos soon.